You said it's in A, but Elizabeth's big coat is in. Oh, I may say, what is it in?
It's still in A. It's just
A,
that
yes, it
it's
is. All
got
right,
that
yeah.
G
Yeah.
natural. It's that
I,
bagpipe scale, eh?
yeah, I looked at it again. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, that's what makes it so scotchy. Yeah, that's how you know a Piper wrote it. If you see that C sharp and that G natural together, you're like, oh yeah, Piper. Also, the repetitiveness. Like, there's also part three and a part four in the Highland pipe version, but most people just play this two-part version because it's just more of the same. Anyway, so I'll play this set. Here we go. All right. You know, I kind of like that set. I think it's going to work out. Anyway, so that's the set there, and I really love the way it goes to G at the end. I think it's a real lift, even though I'm sure it wasn't thought possible that you could get lifting any more than A major, but there you go. You switch down to G, and it still brightens up. So that's the set, and you can hear all the stuff involved. We're playing every kind of Strasbourg march sandwich there, the long sandwich and the short sandwich and the regular da 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 da. We're playing the triplets, we're playing the cuts, we're doing it all here in this set, okay? So we'll start with the first one there, Stella's Tripped Kamloops. Now, it's a very simple tune. You can hear that there's actually not that many phrases going on in this tune, but it just sounds really cool. And one of the things I love about it is the fact that it, so many tunes, when it goes to the second ending, it uses a reprise of the A part to get to the second ending. In this tune, that's the first ending, and the second ending is altogether different. And it's one of my favorite second endings. So anyway, so that's what's cool about this tune. Now, when I said there's not that many phrases, let's see how many there are. So you start off, we got this kind of main phrase. That's kind of the first phrase there. Then we got the second phrase. See that? And then we do the first phrase again. And this is one of those tunes where the A part and the B part share the ending. Same ending for both parts. Here's the ending. You see that? And we use that again in the B part to get out. The get out, as they call it. Okay, so we got this first phrase. Okay, and I'm including the pickup notes for the next phrase there, just to finish out the two bars, okay? So let's try that phrase really slow. We scale up from C and get to the E, and then we kind of arpeggiate down. C, A. And then we scale up again. Now we got a long sandwich with the long notes in the middle. Short, long, long, short. See that? And we got to get used to it because we got to do it a lot. If you look at the music, you can see it's quite a few times we have to do this lick. So let's practice that again there. I'm gonna count us in, and we're gonna go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, the bows look good. Gotta tell you. Let's do it again, just to be sure. Ready, and. Yep, that's her. Now we got the opposite sandwich, the short notes in the middle. Okay, let's try doing that. So that's from the F there. That's the last part of the second measure. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, that looks good, guys. Ready? Do it again. Ready, 2, 3, go. Yep, that's looking good. And what tells me the tail is the up bows there at the end. If you're doing a nice big up bow at the end, you're probably getting it right. Okay? Now, let's see if we can combine those. We might as well just start at the top of the part, and we'll see if we can get that far through that phrase. All right? A 1, 2, 3. Looking good, looking confident. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Looking great. Okay, one more time just to be sure. I'm going to look at page 2 this time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's great. You know, one good thing about the Zoom delay is that I can do it and then watch and see if you got it right. With the bow, anyway. Okay, that's great. Page 2 looks great. So that's the first phrase. And like I said, you got to get used to it because it comes back a few times, even in the B part. Now, let's take a look at this second phrase. Very simple. Okay, let's do that together. You got some nice merciful quarter notes there. Don't you love that? Okay, ready, 2, 3, go. E, A, C, E. Down we go. Okay, let's do that again. Ready, 2, 3, go. Okay, good. One last time. Ready, 2, 3, go. Great. Now, let's see how we can do if we start off with that first phrase, get into that next second phrase, and then you never know. We might be able to do the first phrase again that you see there. It's the same scale up from C. So let's give it a try and see what goes terribly wrong, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that looked quite good for the most part. Nobody had panicked, blanked looks or expressions on their face. So I thought that way, I take that as victory. Now, let's go ahead and get the ending, okay? Because like I said, we got to use this ending again in the B part. It's the same ending, so we got to get used to it. So it's very simple. It's just another arpeggiation starting on the C but going down to the A first. And that's one of those short sandwiches. We got 2 short sandwiches in a row here, okay? So we got the C, A, C, E, and then down the scale we go. And then some merciful quarter notes to finish off, okay? So let's try that ending together now. 1, 2, 3, go. That looked good. Do it again with me and starting down just to be sure. Ready, go. Yep, that's her. That's the ending. We better do it one more time since we got to play it like 8 times in the tune. Ready, go. Okay, that looked pretty good. Now, before we try to do, first of all, is there any brave souls here that want to play that whole A part for us? Either just to, show us how great, smart you are, as my mom used to say, aren't you smart? Or just to have a crack at it. Is there anybody who wants to do that tonight? No, I see. Must be New Year's jitters. Everybody's too early into their resolutions.
I'll give it a go.
Oh, good girl. There it is.
Somebody has to do it.
Yes, that's right.
Gives you something to talk about then, Dan. What am I doing? The whole A part?
See if you can get through the whole A part. All 3 phrases there. 4 phrases. No, 3. That's good, Ann. Now, so it was a little kind of, we'll put the phrases together a little bit better, but you were doing them right. You had the sandwiches right, and you
Okay.
had the all the notes right. So that's really good. Excellent. Good job. Okay, everybody, let's give it a try. Put your seat, unless there's somebody else, let's give it a go. Put your seatbelts on. Let's see how we do. Okay. From the top. 1, 2, 3. Again. Okay, now that looks really good on this page. How's everybody feeling about that? Is there anybody that where it's hopeless and they can't do it? No? That's great. How about page 2? Everybody feeling okay about that? Okay, let's take the grinder to it, shall we? 120 grit. We'll get all the burrs off. A 1, 2, 3. One more time. All right. Everybody feeling good about that? Okay, good. I'll check page 2. Everybody feeling good about that page 2? Okay, and you'll be happy to know, page 2 people, I'm going to get a new computer. Because like I said, when I was making all those videos the other day, there was smoke coming out of this damn thing. It was my mom's, I inherited it. So when I get the new computer, apparently I can have everybody on one screen. Okay, so that's the first part. Now let's take a look at the second part here. Let's bring the music up to make sure. Now, in this second part, we're talking about just a few phrases as well. I think there might be one more. So we got the first phrase here. That's the first phrase there. And then we got this one, falling one. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's right. And then we go back to the A part. With the ending. See that? So we only have really 2 phrases to learn here. And then we got to learn the second ending, the latter half of which we already know. Okay? We actually already know most of it. So let's see if we can get to now. I'll tell you, a couple of dangers. This second part here, we're going G, A, B, G, E. Now, this is hard, okay? How's everybody's high B's doing these days? they okay? And the tricky thing is that we go from G natural to high B all the time. Like 100 tunes go, but this one goes. See that? Little different. Takes some getting used to. Take your time placing those notes, and remember that the A, the third finger, is going to be your home base when you're finished all that, and you want to settle back into that third finger. Okay? So with that in mind, let's try this first phrase of the second part. Climbing up from G sharp on the E string, and I'll try to be as in tune as I can to give you some kind of good example. All right? So let's try it. We scale up. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2 E. Okay, let's try that again. Ready? 2, 3. When you do hit that A, that's a short sandwich there. The short notes are in the middle. Let's try one more time with that high part. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Now, we move on to the second phrase there. We scale up again. And there's a great big, giant, merciful half note for you to get your wits about you there. So we're going to play that long A. And then we got this here. And scale down. And that's 2 short sandwiches in a row there. So let's try that again. Let's scale up to the big long A. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time with that. Ready? 2, 3. Okay, and that's the kind of the opening of the B part. Now let's see if we can stick those two phrases together. Okay, so we'll start with that high G, G sharp. 1, 2, 3. And then we scale up to the A part. Ending. Now, did you make it okay through all that? You see how that works? You get that first phrase strong enough and you can sail right through. Now let's give that one more go in case anybody wasn't able to get through it. Getting that second finger down, G sharp, nice and high. 1, 2, 3. Scale up. A flat. Ending. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Is there any questions about that first time through the A part there? Just chime in, unmute yourself if you have any questions or whatever before we keep going. I hate to move too fast for everybody, so I'm always checking. Okay, let's try it one more time then, and then we'll get that second ending. Okay. 1, 2, 3. that's looking pretty confident there on the bows, on the visual side. Now let's get that second ending. Like I said, it's one of my favorite second endings. So we got a C and an E as the pickup notes. And you notice if you look carefully, the first ending and the second ending include their pickup notes because they're different for each one. See that? The first ending has a C and a D, and the second ending has a C and an E. Okay, so let's try that second ending there. We got a C and an E as pickup notes, and then we a little scale up. Okay, and then we scale up and do another lick like that. That's from the A part, and then we come down to the ending. Okay, very simple but beautiful. So let's try the C to the E, and then the scale up from D. A 1, 2, 3. D, C, D. Let's try that again, same thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3. C, E, D. Okay, that's looking pretty good. The bows look right. So we now have both times through the B part. Take a little breather for a second here. Does anybody have any problems at all with any bits or pieces of the B part?
Hi Dan, on my music the second bar of the B part has a fourth finger on the E string.
That's correct.
Is that for flowering it up?
Now, the fourth finger on the E string? Yeah, that's just the high B there.
No, the second bar on the E string.
The second bar on the E string. That there, you mean?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can put, now any of these little grace notes, you can put in. And I was working with somebody on this tune today, and they were asking about the TR that's above the F. Do you see it with the F and also the C in the ending? There's a TR over that note. And that means trill. It technically means trill, but it means people do different things with those quarter notes with the it's not quite a quarter note, but with the longer notes that you can do an ornament on. I would do a single cut. So, see that? That's what I would do there. My dad might do a double grace note. Like that. He used to do tons of that. I was listening to my family's record called Skoomalash the other night, looking for more ideas for tunes. And he was playing a slow air. And he did a whole bunch of those. The 2 grace notes in a row. Makes it sound very pipey. So you could try doing that. Or you could just do as much of a trill as you can get in. What I do when I get there sometimes is I actually do a roll. But I do it in a Scottish way. See that? That was actually a roll. But instead of waiting to do it in the Irish style, I do it all right away, just like a good Scotsman. See that?
Irish do that. We call it a short roll.
Yeah, it's a short roll. Now, a short roll is also a rhythmic driving roll, often done on the up bow. It's very similar, though. Let's see if you were playing Toss the Feathers. See that? Very, very similar. It's almost exactly the same thing. You change the context and it becomes Scottish. See that? So that's what you can do with that TR. You can either just do a little grace note. You can just do a single cut where you just kind of interrupt the melody note for a second by pulling your finger off. Or you can just play it. Just play the F sharp. It always is good to have lots of people doing that. But with the other little grace notes going on, you can play them or not. It's totally up to you. But yes, you're right, Darwin. That's what you would do there. Okay? Let's try the whole B part. Is there any other questions? Okay.
Dad,
Yeah.
When you do grace notes, you come up from up to down or down to up?
Well, so for grace, that's two different things. So grace notes is always the note above or two notes above, whatever finger you happen to use to do your grace note.
Okay.
The single cut, though, is where you interrupt your note by going down, pulling your finger off of the string and playing the note before just for a second and then putting it back on. See what I mean?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do both. You know, the problem with me is I do everything. That's the problem. It's very confusing. But you could do any one of those things.
Okay.
Okay? Anything else? Any questions or problems? Okay, here we go. Seatbelts on, charging forward. Okay. B part. Check your G sharp before you start to minimize your own pain. Playing at a tune up there is painful. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that looked really, really nice to me, but let's do it again just to be sure. Get your G sharp ready. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's her. That's the whole tune. Now, anybody got anything they want to say or to ask or play or anything before we try the whole tune, the whole thing from A part to B part? Anyone? Everybody's getting along okay with that? That's wonderful. How nice. Lucky me. What a group. Okay, so let's try it. The whole thing, the whole tune. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. before we try faster. Now, that looked good. I didn't see anybody freaking out or just smashing their fiddle over the table in front of them or anything like that. So I'm always encouraged by that. Now, anybody having any problems? I know sometimes the pickup notes and transition notes can be tricky. Anybody having any problems? Okay, that's good. Page 2. No problems? All good? Okay, let's do it. Get your helmets on and we'll go a little faster. All right. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3. One more time. All right, well, that looked pretty confident. Everybody feeling good about Stella? Stella. Okay, great. How about over on this page? Everybody feeling good about that? No problems? It's a great tune, eh? It's going to be ringing around your head now. Sorry about that. But you'll be glad to have it there for the first part of the morning tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.
Can I ask how much faster it goes than what we just did? Because it's a march.
It's a march, not much faster than that, because we got to leave room for the Strathspey, right? We got to pick it up a little bit for the Strathspey. So not much faster than that, right? I mean, that might have been a bit quick. That's one thing I always do when I do these march Strathspey reel sets, is to make sure you do the march at a pace where you still have a little headroom to go up for the Strathspey. And you always want marches and Strathspeys to sound different in terms of tempo, because they are different tunes, right? Strathspey you do jig steps too, right? So whereas the march you want to think back foot, you want to think the long haul, right? Okay, so yeah, not much faster than that there, Deb. Maybe a bit, probably not. Okay, one of the nice things about learning marches. Now, the Iron Man. Okay, let's take a look at that thing. And I might just add, I don't know if anybody noticed my new setup here, but over Christmas time, I changed a few things around, and I got my family's instrument rail that we used to have in our music room back in Cape Breton, because me and my brother did this crazy trip where we flew to Cape Breton without seeing anybody, my family or anybody else, and rented a U-Haul truck and brought all the stuff back to Toronto from Cape Breton. And so this is where we used to keep our instruments. Now, usually it's twice as long as this, because there was room for, on this side, 5 fiddles, and on the other side, 3 fretted instruments. So I cut it in half because I don't have room for that. And on the other side, I put 2 more fretted instrument hooks, and I gave it to Brian Tahany because he plays 5 fretted, well, I should say 4 fretted instrument hooks and 1 fiddle hook. So now he's got it in his apartment, or I think. He doesn't really know how to use a drill, so we'll see if he gets it up or not. But anyway, so that's my family's instrument hangar, and this is my family's property back in Cape Breton. And it's called Ironville because it used to be covered in iron mines. And in fact, when my family built this house, this particular house, and when I was in the incubator in the mid-70s, they were trying to get rid of the garbage all the time. They were burning it and finding ways to get rid of it. And then one of the guys, my brothers, was in the woods with the garbage, trying to find a place to dump the garbage, and he happened to cross these old iron mines. And so now those old iron mines next to my family's property are full of old McDonald garbage from the 70s. Anyway, so yeah, the Iron Man, Ironville. All right. Now let's see. Let's take a look at this tune here. Okay. So first of all, I'll play it. I'll just play it straight out so you can kind of get it in your head to be different than Stella's because it's in the same key. That's her. Okay, so it's a short, sharp one, and you can see that there's no repeat signs. Do you see that? No repeat signs at all. It's just one big long tune, and that's because it's a single. And so rather than write out the second ending and first ending, they just write the whole thing out in one big long string. It's much easier. Okay, This is from the J. Scott Skinner book. It's from Sandy's book. That's right. So anyway, the first phrase. You can see here, we got the long note, and then we got this long, short, long, short, long, short. C, A, D, G, and it's a G sharp. We got the G sharp there, and then we got the A. Then we're going to kind of do a similar move starting on C. See that? Okay, that's the wrong rhythm. Okay, so it's kind of 2 similar ideas starting on different notes. Okay, then the second phrase we got, and then these little triplets. See, I love that G sharp to B there. And then we got the C pickup, and we do the first phrase again. Okay, so let's get that first phrase because we got to do it a good few times. So we do it, and the E is a pickup note, so it's going to be an up bow. Okay, and then we're going to do a great big long A, and we got C A, B G, and then A B. Same idea starting on C, E C, D B, C E. So let's try that in a big string, shall we? Ready, slow. Okay, let's do that again just to strengthen her up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, looking good. Then we got this here. Okay, that's an F, D, F, E, C, E. And then this little scaly bit here. And then that nice G sharp to B. So let's just try that phrase there, guys. Okay, so we got the long F. Ready, go. Down we go. G to B. One more time with that. Ready, F. Okay, one more time just to be sure. Ready, F. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Are we having any problems so far? Any questions about the rhythm or anything like that in the tune? Yes.
So bowing, it shows the first is slurred, and then that line, I think, means you go the same direction.
I'm going to tell you, this is Sandy's idea for bowing. In his book, sometimes these bowing instructions are kind of instructional. I wouldn't bother with them right now. I certainly don't do that. Okay?
Okay.
If you're looking for bowing off of it, my slow video, I'm pretty sure I'm doing accurate bowing for when I would do it up to speed. So you can get the bowing off of there. Now, that's not to say that Sandy's plan here wouldn't work. Of course it would. You know, of course, there's many different ways to bow the tune. If you want to try Sandy's way here, you know, it might be a good idea. You know, he probably did it to help somebody get through it easier, you know. But certainly it wouldn't be the way that I bow it. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And anything I copy out of Sandy's book, keep that in mind. Okay? It's his version of the bowing. It might be what we use, but it might not be. Okay? Any other questions at all about this crazy tune? Yes, Anne-Marie?
Oh, just wondering about those triplets. Are they almost like a bit of a jig rhythm?
Oh, yeah. That's when you go straight into the old jig there, and you spread her out. Nice big bows. Okay? Anybody else? Yes, Peter?
Can you do 3 up bows on the last measure there at the end?
Certainly you could, yes. You don't have to, but that would be good, for sure. Okay? Anybody else? Okay, looking good. Page 2. Anybody have any problems or questions? Excellent. Let's try getting right through the whole A part, shall we? All right. Oh, I know what I can do. I can go like this, then still put it down so I can see everybody. Excellent. Okay. I know this tune by heart, but I'm always worried when I got a big group that I might improvise. I'm terrible for improvising on tunes. I can't help it half the time. My buddy Brian has the same problem. He got mad at me one night for improvising too much on the tunes, and then we went in and he did even worse than me. So anyway, so that's why I read it, because I don't want to confuse anybody and accidentally start writing a new tune, for God's sakes. Okay, here we go. Keep your helmets on. Let's try to get through this whole A part here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Especially considering we didn't actually learn the ending. So why don't we just take the ending out, just play it. It's pretty well the same as the second phrase, just slightly different, okay? So let's try that ending, starting with that long F, same as the second phrase. Ready, F. And you see you got a surprise long sandwich there, right? To the E to the A, that's a one of those snappies. Okay, so let's try that again from that long F, that ending. Ready, F. That feeling good? It's looking good. Now, you see that little squiggle over the C? That's another opportunity to do a little something. What do I do? Yeah, I do a single cut there. Whatever you want to get in there, you can do a grace note. See that? Anything, that's what that squiggle means. It's kind of a, whatever you can get in, get in. If it was an Irish tune, that would be a roll. In the Scottish, it's kind of like, because that's not enough time to do a roll, obviously. So in the Scottish, it's just whatever, a grace note or something to get in there to make it sound cool. So now that we've got the ending, let's go right from the top and get right through the end of this A part. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, take a second. We'll do it again. So I don't want you to get used to repeating it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's looking good, guys. Everybody's bow is going pretty well the same direction. Excellent. Okay, let's do one more time slightly faster. Just the tiniest bit faster. 1, 2, 3. Okay, looking good. Anybody having any problems? Anything they want to go over? Something sticking in your craw that won't, there's always a note that won't go in or one that won't go out. So anybody having any of those problems? No? That's excellent. Okay, so let's take a little look at the second part. Okay, now it looks complicated, but it's all smoke and mirrors. It's just this little kind of descending thing where you have the A string and you come down the scale on the E string. You see it all the time. Just like that. You're going to try to move, always remember with the E string that the E string, your bow goes straight up and down, which is why the orchestra guys sit with their leg dropped like that. Because the E string is a straight drop down, whereas the A string is out to the side. So that's all you need to do to change strings. And if you put that pickup bow, or pickup note on an up, you'll find that the up bows do the string crossing for you. See that? Very easy to do that way. Okay, so let's try that little trick there. Then we got to do the same trick except it's a B at the bottom for the next one. Okay, so let's try G sharp pickup, A to A, G, F, E. Okay, and then we got this little bit that comes after, and that's straight up walking rhythm, da ta da ta da ta. Okay, let's do that one more time. We'll try to get through that part. So we got the scale part, G sharp, A to A. Ready, and. One time. Ready? G sharp. Okay, that looks good. Now you got the next part. We're going D to E. That's if you played them together. That's what it would sound like. See that? And then see what that trick is they're trying to pull there. J. Scott Skinner. Isn't that cool? That's the idea behind that little bit. So we're going to go D to E. Ready, and. Let's try that again, guys. And look, you see how I got my one down and I leave her down, right? That way, every time I go back to it, it's exactly the same E, making me sound stronger. Okay? So let's try that again. D to E. Ready, go. And then we got this little scaly bit here. And then you scale back up. And the difference there between the two scales is the one down has a jog. And the one up doesn't. Straight up. Okay? So let's see if we can get through that part now. D to E. Ready, and. And then D down, C down, up we go. One. Okay, let's try that one more time, just to be sure. D to E, ready, go. Up we go. And then we'll get the ending, which is just slightly complicated. Slightly, not really, but anyway, so if there's no objections or problems, we'll try going right from the top of the B until we get to that ending, okay? Because we already have that first phrase that we play again. So let's see if it works. First phrase, second phrase, first phrase again. And then we'll get the ending. Get your G sharp pickup note. A to A. Ready? And... D to E. And then we got a D, F to D, and then we got this little scale down. And then up. Okay? Now let's see if we can get that ending. So we got the long D, D, F D, E to A. One more time, long D. Last time to be sure. Ready, D. Yes. Now, is there any problems with that? Anybody having any difficulty with that ending? You can see that they're all 16th note, 8th note combinations there. Now, when I play it, I play with it. Sometimes I do them as triplets. Other times I bring out the fact that they're actually 2 16th notes and an 8th note. You know, you can have a lot of fun with it. But it is also really cool because that's the nice thing about this tune is that we have triplets in the Straspe and we have also the cuts, the cut rhythms, 2 16th notes and an 8th note. And in the second last line, the last bar and the second last line, we get to do both. So da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. See that? And when you hear those two things side by side, you really bring it out. See that? Make it sound cool. Be really Scotchy, you know? So nobody has any doubt. Okay, so now, can we get right from one end of the B part to the other? And are there any brave souls that really want to try playing it for us on their own? The whole B part of Iron Man. Are there any Iron Men or women? No? Nobody wants to do it. That's okay. It's early in the new year. Don't worry. You got time. You got time. So let's try it then. We'll try that whole B part together. Get your B, get your G sharp ready. That's when I play the B with it. You hear that? That's a lovely double stop there. Okay, here we go. G sharp. Okay, take a second. We'll do it again so you don't get used to repeating it. G sharp, ready, here we go. Yeah, man, that looks good. Everybody looks like they know what they're doing. Now, before we try the entire thing, is there anybody that's having a hopeless time and cannot do it? It's got everything. Like I said, it's got a bit of everything, this Strathspey. That's why I picked it. But it could be tricky for some people. Everybody having an okay time with it so far?
I'm having some trouble.
Yeah.
In those little triplets,
Mm-hmm.
can I get you to play so I can hear the sound in the last two bars, please?
Yep. So, and that's the thing there. Those aren't triplets, right?
I know. I'm not getting the cut. I'm not getting the cut.
Let me play it's hard to hear when I go that slow. So let me go a little faster and give you some context. And the bugger about it is that you got to do one of them on the up bow. You got no choice at all. The second one there.
What's the rhythm like then? It's like
Okay.
Okay.
And if you were to count it in classical language, if there's any legit musicians out there, it would be 3 E and, 4 E and, 1 E and, 2 E and. See that?
4 E-and.
That's how it works. Have you guys ever heard of that? So in the classical world, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's us playing 8 notes all the time. And then 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and for the 16th notes. So just so you can clarify that, it's 3 E and, 4 E and, 1 E and, 2 E and, 3, 4. Okay, you getting the idea? Any other bits? That's a good question. Any other bits or pieces or anything like that? No? Everybody feeling good? Okay, let's get our Iron Man suits on and go right from the top. They figure it was about a blacksmith, eh? The Iron Man, Strathspey. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Second part. right, what a great tune. So, how's everybody feeling there? The bows looked great. I gotta tell you, everybody's bow looked like they were doing the right thing for the most part. Anybody having any problems or questions or concerns or queries?
I'm wondering, I know you already do a lot for us, but I'm wondering when you create those little videos, can you also do some little segments on some of this kind of like the cuts and things like that?
Oh, it's coming, Deborah. It's coming. Don't worry. I've been
Okay.
working on it. So I've been working on a lot of online material. I'm making videos constantly, like I said. And one of the things, because I teach a couple of more classes, by the way, I don't know if you guys know about it, but I think I did email everybody, but I have a beginner class on Tuesdays for all the skills stuff. And I have about 15 or 16 people in that class. We're just working on skills and a few tunes, sharpening up skills, all the challenges of playing the fiddle. And then Thursdays, I'm doing a kind of an intermediate tune class just for people that want to learn tunes, strengthen the tunes they already do. I record all those classes with my little setup here. And I just got in touch with my editor yesterday. I'm going to send him those beginner classes, have him pull out those little segments you're talking about, where I explain how to do this, how to do that. It's going to be coming whether you want it or not, actually, because I'm going to post them on Facebook. I'm going to post them on YouTube to get everybody kind of like, looking at my stuff on the internet and getting involved in my classes and stuff. So it's coming. And anybody that wants to bug me about it, go ahead, because I need a lot of bugging. All right? Now, is there anything else? Any other questions before we give her a go from the top?
Just a question about the title. It says the Iron Man, and who is WMF McCarty Forg?
So I think it was a blacksmith. I was looking a little bit
Okay.
about it. Couldn't find much about it, but I think he was a blacksmith, and maybe that's an old word that means forge there.
Oh, Forge. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's kind of my speculation, that last bit, but I did read somewhere in my travels that it was about a blacksmith.
Okay.
And in those days, in the late 1800s, blacksmiths were pretty important. My dad's uncle was a blacksmith. And by that time, it wasn't the thing where you're making horses' shoes. He did all kinds of, he made little parts for engines, and he put engines back together, weld together your buggy springs and stuff like that. So they were pretty important dudes. Okay. Hey, Peter.
If you listen to the rhythm, you can almost see a blacksmith pounding the red hot iron.
Pounding the crap out of that. Yes, absolutely. And I always think of my boy Jerome because I taught at Algoma Trad 2 years ago, and they have a blacksmithing course there, which is really amazing. And it's a drop-in. So they got a smithy there on site. Dennis, great guy. Anytime you're bored, you can go over and you can heat up a piece of steel and hammer it into something. And my boy got into it big time. And one day he was working on a sword. And he actually did a pretty good job. It was about this long, right? It was a knife made out of flat steel. He banged it out and stuff. And then he asked me how to sharpen it. And he's quite insistent. And so I did show him how to sharpen. And I said, you don't sharpen that sword. This is how you do it, buddy. Don't sharpen that. Go play with your buddies. And then I see him at the grinder, and he's like this. And I go to him, and he's like, and then, of course, I had to confront him and take the sword that he made so he didn't go play with his buddies with a sharpened sword. Anyway, so there you go. Blacksmith song. Aren't you glad we're doing this now? Everybody can think of Jerome pounding out that sword. Age of 9. Gonna go play with his buddies. Okay, let's start her off then. No more questions? Let's give her a good go here. The Iron Man. A 1, 2, 3. like those up-bows at the end. That's what tells me it all went okay. Okay, and so you can hear that last time there, I couldn't help it. I had a bit of a trot going there, and I improvised on some of the rhythms. Did you notice that? I swapped out a couple of sandwiches for the fun of it. And at the very end, I switched those little figures into triplets just for the fun of it because I don't know, my brain got bored or something like that. And that's what's fun about playing Strathspey. Everybody does it. Swapping out the sandwiches, doing the odd thing here and there to make it fun. So how did everybody do, even with the fast tempo? Okay? It's okay. We just started it tonight.
Yeah, you were cutting in and out, so.
Oh, no,
yeah, it was
really?
hard to keep up with you because my speed was going in and out. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. But you can always listen to the YouTube.
No, it's not a problem.
Okay.
Not a problem. So if we were all playing together as a group, let's say at a concert, is it permissible to just swap out rhythms?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on how, like it's all of our group together, so it depends on how tight you want it to sound, right?
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to be like a pipe band, that's for sure. Where if you hold one of those dotted eighth notes a little bit too long, somebody pulls a prank on you, like saran wrapping the porta potty shut or something like that, which I've heard happen before. So I don't want to be that much, but also if everybody's doing everything kind of different, it's going to sound a little bit more jumbled. Now, but that's not to say that the odd thing is nice. See, that's the hard thing. You want life, but you don't want everybody to be all over the place. So use your discretion. If there's one thing you really want to do it, I say. If there's a whole bunch of them, maybe you try not to. Try to do, say, one thing or two things a little bit if you like it, The thing is that if you like whatever change you're thinking about, I want you to be able to do it. But if we all keep it to a minimum, it should keep it nice. And I'll tell you one thing right now. I will certainly do my best to play everything the way it's written as a guideline and as a baseline. Okay? Yeah. Even though my dad always said, playing a tune the way it's written is like washing your feet with your socks on. I really never understood exactly what that means, but I do get the spirit of it. Now, how about page 1? Everybody doing okay over here with the faster? Great, great. Okay, now we don't have much time left, but I think we could take a look at the third tune in the set, which is Elizabeth's big coat, Lizzie's big coat, Lizzie's parka. Okay, and it's really, really simple. I'm sure you can see here on the music that it's only a few things to look at here. I'm just going to minimize the screen. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there we go. That way I can still see everybody. Okay, so first of all, I'll just play the tune straight up, and whoever wants to play along, go ahead because you're muted. Okay, let me see how many phrases are in this tune. 1, 2, 3. 3 phrases total. So we should be able to get it pretty quickly. And like I said, it's such a popular tune in Cape Breton. Very good one to have under your belt. Okay, so now let me see. We start off with this little downward scale. That's the pickup, the F. And then we go down the scale, stopping on the 2. Okay, that's a long note there. And then we go down. Okay, a little scaly bit there. And then we got a cut. C, A, cut on A. And then a great big G natural to make sure everybody knows you're playing pipe music. See that? Nice big G natural. I even play I play a B with it whenever I do that. Really brings out that change, okay? So let's see if we can get through that first phrase together there, guys. F sharp with the up bow. Down we go. E, B, C, D, C, E, B, D, C, A, G, F, A. Okay, that looked pretty good. That was the first time I've been able to say the names of the notes while I'm playing them. I'm very proud of myself, but I won't do it this time. Let's try it again. Big F sharp pickup note. There we go. One more time, because we've got to play this phrase a lot. Ready, go. And then it continues the same. With this difference at the ending. E-G, D-B, and then great big long A. Okay, with the short A. And you see there, the A eighth note at the end of the part joins up with the F sharp eighth note to start again. And that's going to be your pickup notes, okay? Now that's very simple. Why don't we start at the top of this line and get right through to the end, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Again. And I do a cut on that last A because it's a quarter note and it's screaming out for a cut. Okay? Now, how we doing there, guys? That was the whole A part there. Everybody getting that? No problem? Simple tune. How about page 2? Everybody getting it over here? Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's do it a few more times, and then we'll do the B part. The B part's really easy. But let's get this A part sharpened up a bit. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Again. Okay, that looked pretty good. Try page 2. Everybody looking good over here? Excellent. Okay, so now the B part. You can see that there's not a lot going on. It sounds a lot like the first part. Same ending and everything. So all we got to get is this here, the C, C, E, D, B, D, B. See that? And then we got C, A, F, G. So let's just very slowly go through that bit. Okay? We got a B pickup note and then a long C. Ready? B, C, C, B, D. Same ending. E, G, B, D, A. Now that looked like it wasn't too much trouble.
That was
Anybody
very good letter numbering too, Dan, while you
Thank
played.
you. Thank you. I can do numbers too if you need numbers. Anyway, let's do it again there, guys. Or, well, let's do it together. So B to C. Okay. Ready? B, C. Again. Again. Last time. Okay, is that working good for everyone? Anybody having any problems, questions, queries, concerns? No? It's great. Excellent. Okay, well, let's try her right from one end to the other, shall we? Elizabeth's big coat. The whole coat. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3. Again, from the top. good, satisfying looking ending. And that was a bit of a marathon. How's everybody's doing? How's your arm doing? And your hand? Okay, great. So now, am I correct in assuming that most people already know the Flowers of Edinburgh? Thumbs up who knows the Flowers of Edinburgh.
We have a different version, though.
We know
Different
it,
version?
We know it, but not as fast as you play it.
Well,
It's a different version, Dan, in the second part.
oh yeah, that's where it varies. Yeah, for sure. Now, I know the version you're talking about, and they sit on top of each other just fine. Okay, so it's not really a huge issue, but I think it'd be fun for everybody that plays that other version to learn this one too. You know, this one is kind of the more traditional. The other one is a little bit simplified or whatever. But I think it's worth it to give it a try. But anyway, if you already play it, I'm not going to go through it here with you. I have a video on YouTube, dead slow. It is dead slow, okay? And it is exactly the way that it's written. So you can go ahead and we'll work on it again next week too, for sure. But, you know, you can just take a look at it on your own because if everybody already knows it, that's great. And then we can put that whole set together next time. And so we did really good tonight. We got through three tunes in the set in one night. And everybody looks like they're pretty comfy with everything that we did tonight too. Anybody have any problems? Great. Any questions or comments?
I just wanted to say that the Iron Man scared me at first, but now it's actually not that bad.
Oh, that's great. I thought that would be the effect. And that's the nice thing about it. It's kind of smoke and mirrors, you know? And it makes you sound really awesome. Any other comments? Anything at all? Okay, well, that's great, guys. Thank you very much for a great rehearsal. Thanks again for your efforts there in the Christmas concert and your donations, because they did manage to raise some good money for sick kids in the end, or for food for kids in the end. And so I really appreciate that. And we'll see you next week. Okay? Email me if you have any problems. And by the way, just email my Gmail account. The other one is just not working out. Nothing happens. I emailed Bill back today, and then right away it was bounced back, and it's doing my head in. So just email me on my Gmail account. It's fine. I get that without any problems. All right?
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
bye, everybody. Happy New
Bye
Year's
now.
again, everyone.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.